Did you tell that story recently?
I told it. It's a story I told forever ago, like on my own YouTube channel, like 4 years ago.
Wait, what story are you talking about?
It was a work story. I was at Wendy's. Why? What are you talking about?
The thing that happened really recently with a dude who lives right next to you.
Oh, no, I didn't even go into that. I wasn't going to tell that because I don't want to get murdered.
Yeah.
Who's gonna murder
Don't
you?
mess with you.
The guy's going to murder me who lives right next to me, okay?
They don't deal with crazy neighbors.
Does he know who you are? Does he know about the podcast?
I have no idea what he knows. This man does not know.
You should tell the story. It's mental.
It was fucking weird.
We have to hear it.
All right. Well, to be fair, I didn't try kicking the door down or anything. But,
With
okay.
the back end of a shotgun.
So, Gavin was actually coming over this night. This is like a week or two ago or something. And he's on his way over. Gavin's supposed to be coming over to play. I hear a knock at the door. I'm like, that's Gavin. He should be here. So I see some dude standing there that I don't know, right? And I'm like, all right. So I open the door. And he's like, oh, hey, I live in this apartment, like, down the hall or whatever. I'm like, okay. And he's, like, freaking out. He's, like, shaking his hands and shit. He's like, oh, there's somebody in my apartment. There's, like, guys in my apartment. And I'm like, what? Wait, what the hell's going on? And he's like, oh, can you call the police? There's people in my apartment, and they have gasoline. And I'm like, okay, I don't know what the fuck this guy is. Whatever. Hang on. So I go inside. I get my phone. I come out. And I'm like, I'm not going to do shit, but you can call him if you want to. Here you go. Because he's like, I don't want to go back into my apartment. It's not safe. So I'm like, yeah, sure, here's my phone. I unlock it, I give him the phone. He calls 911, right? And he's like, oh, police, I need the police. Either ask for police or fire first. And I'm just standing there, and Lindsay's like behind me, and she's like, what's going on? I'm like, stay inside the house, because this guy's like kind of weird. And so he gets the operator, and he's talking to him, and he's like, normal enough, where like the guy's shaking a little bit, but it just seems like shaken up. But he's, talking normal enough, like, oh, yeah, this and that, there's these guys in my apartment. And I didn't hear the exact conversation from the operator, but, it's along the lines of, like, oh, yeah, what are they doing? And he was like, well, there's like 5 or 6 of them, and they're destroying my couch, and I'm pretty sure they're trying to build a spaceship. And I'm like, oh, fuck. God,
shit.
oh, fuck me. And I'm standing there, I'm just like, oh shit. Just like,
That's a fucking red flag.
I'm now in a, and then my first thing was like, all right, he's wearing short shorts, and he doesn't have like a knife or a gun, so I'm not gonna get murdered. Like, he didn't have any weapon on him. Literally, that was my first thought. And then
sized him up.
He's talking to the operator, and they're like, da da da. And he was like, they were like, describe him, whatever. And he's like, oh, well, there's a couple guys, blah blah blah. And he's like, and one of them, he's got no body. And she's and he's like, no, he's got a head, he has no body. And then I'm like standing there, and he goes, yeah, I thought it was pretty weird too. And I'm like, oh fuck me, dude. So we live like right near the police station and the fire department. So within like a minute or two, like the guy's still on the phone or whatever. And within a minute or two, the fire truck, I see the light show up, and I'm like, thank fucking Christ.
Michael's over there going,
yeah,
chloroform.
Yeah. I would have used it, man. So he goes down, he's talking to like the fireman, and like he goes up the stairs, and I get my phone back, and like 4 of them go with him, and I grab like the one guy, and I'm like, so this guy's fucking crazy. He was talking about people not having bodies, and the guy's like, yeah, we heard that over the radio. And so, like, it's just like 5 or 6 firemen now standing in the corridor of my apartment complex. And this guy's standing outside. And he's like, oh, we're all in there with gasoline and everything. And this is when Gavin shows up. And he's like, what the fuck's going on? I'm like, get inside now. I was like, shut the door. And then eventually the fireman left. And then there was like a bunch of cops there. And I'm just like, all right, bye. And then we left. Because I think we went to dinner first or something. And we left. And it was like all said and done by the time we got back. But I'm like, great, so I'm going to get murdered in the next, like, week or two.
And I was thinking about when I lived in England, how far I would have to search to find someone as crazy as that. Michael is just, like, across the corridor.
And down the hall.
Listen,
so, Guy, if you're listening, though, listen. Hey, remember, I did open the door for you. Don't murder me. He also said, too, he's like, I knocked on, like, 5 doors, and you're the only one that answered.
Mm-hmm. Did you ever tell him, though, that you have plans for a spaceship?
I did not know.
If he wants them, then he should come to you.
No, you have a spaceship defense gun blueprint that you'll sell him.
I was like, this guy's fucking crazy. It's like, all right, play it cool. And he's like talking to me, and I'm just like, dude, you know what I mean? It's like fucking no bodies, right? It's just like say nothing to
I knew
alarm.
a bunch of dudes in Jersey with no bodies.
Oh man, don't even get me started.
Those like, guys with no bodies, they suck.
Fucking stupid jabronis.
The fucking build a spaceship with no bodies.
Yeah, it's a cool word. Yeah, so woo.
I hate the fact that you have to do that sometimes. You have to just side with the lunatic very temporarily.
Absolutely. It was
when
like
really all you want to do is
to
like
stay alive. Yeah.
All you wanted to do was grab your phone and slam the door. I can imagine.
Yeah, I just wanted to leave, but
you got to think about it. Well, never mind. I mean, it's like you got carte blanche at that point. The guy is in your house, and he is.
Well, he wasn't in my house. I never let him in.
Oh,
I went out in the hallway. No, get the fuck out of here.
Best Twitter response from I don't know, friggin' MacGyver. The guy's totally crazy. No way you can power a spaceship with gasoline.
No body. How you gonna run it?